Okay, I do believe we have some line of breaking news. Somewhere in London, we're going to go to our bass guitar correspondent, George, somewhere in London. Are you receiving me? Over.
Yo, yo. Check out what Justin's got me working on.
No, I'm afraid we've got to censor that because that's too much bass line for social media. That bass line too wicked. All right, no, we've got to censor that. We've got to censor it, George. Sorry. I'm going to get too much Ofcom complaints, my brother. Sorry. All right, next time. All right, roll titles.
Don't tell you I'm not average. Spread butter on a boy like a sandwich. LB on a musical rampage. Been a response for collateral damage. Seven no response for the weekend producer.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and welcome, social media family, to Lloyd Brown Music. And today, I just want to kind of bring a different format to the proceedings because you've been in the lab quite a few times, but I just want to kind of leave the lab because the original video I wanted to do did involve the lab, but I thought the video was a bit too soon to put out there in light of what is going on musically in my situation. You will kind of understand that when I do introduce the episode in question of the Weekend Producer series. But in the meantime, what I wanted to do now was actually kind of bring a different format in relation to plugin news. Now, you know I love my plugins, right? So right now, I just want to feature some plugin news that's piqued my interest of late. So first up on the list is none other than my brethren Matt from Soundfingers, who has released his bass plugin, which is called, the official name is now called Bass Tone. Matt kindly gave me and a few other beta testers the beta build of the plugin so we can, navigate it and give feedback as to what we like, what can be lost, and what have you, and bug fixes, if any, regarding the plugin. Bass Tone is an easy and quick reggae bass guitar powered by Contact. Its purpose is to deliver a nice and round bass sound in less than a minute. The instrument is not designed to replace a real bass guitar, but is a simple and affordable solution when it comes to creating a solid bass foundation, which I totally agree with. You know what I mean? It's not something that's going to replace any real bass player, but it's something that you can sketch out ideas and if you're sound designed inclined, you can actually sculpt a bass that will sound as realistic as you can basically get it. You know what I mean? Like that. Anyway, moving on. It's out there. I've tested it and I will feature the video in relation to that on this card here. And for the price, which I can say it's for 19 euros, I think that is value for money. So check that out. I'm gonna put the links in the description box below. Okay, next up, I received an email from Baby Audio. Baby Audio are a plugin developer, a new wave of plugin developer that has been on the scene of late, very recently, and they've come out with some real top-notch premier plugins. Comeback Kid, iHeart NY, Parallel Aggressor, and also Spaced Out, which was their most recent plugin release to date, which is basically a reverb and delay plugin as well. And Super VHS, which if you put all of those plugins together in a project, in whatever audio track you choose to put it on, it will just upgrade your tracks to a whole nother level. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely phenomenal. Baby Audio has been embraced by a lot of producers. They've been embraced by the whole industry of plugin development, as it were. And I got an email from them telling me the good news that they are going to be releasing a brand new plugin on Tuesday, the 27th of April. And the email that I got basically states, let me put on my glasses because I am blind as a bat and I ain't gonna style it out. So they basically said, Baby Audio, out on Tuesday, get ready for the next one. We can't wait to share our next plugin with you. We've been working on it since 2019 in parallel with our other releases. And now it's finally ready to meet the world, almost. Release Tuesday the 27th at 12 a.m. Central Eastern Time. So we're looking at what, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning? Well, anyway, it's gonna be released long before I get up. But when I do get up, of course, I'm going to check it out. So the question I know that people are kind of asking is, what is it? What is it? Think of the bread and butter of mixing. Getting rid of unnecessary frequencies, EQing for balance and tone, compressing for consistency. The plugin does the bread part automatically, leaving you with just the butter or the butter. If that sounds weird, we get it, but hopefully it will all make sense on Tuesday. We've been exploring the space of intelligent audio tools for a while now, and this is the first result. We can't wait for your feedback. Well, it's kind of sounding to me like it's some kind of artificial intelligence kind of software, something the same as Smart EQ, Smart Comp. I'm sure it's Sonable. They've got like a fleet of plugins like EQ and Comp and Reverb, where they actually read the signal coming in and they give you the best settings as far as they're concerned for that piece of audio signal that has been read through it. And I'm kind of hazarding a guess that Baby Audio is going to be doing a plugin that has artificial intelligence traits baked in. What it is, I don't know as yet. I've got a funny feeling that they're going to be competing with the Sonable range of gear, and just them being Baby Audio and with their past products being the successes that they are at this moment in time, I think this plugin is going to be snapped up. Plus, they've been working on it since 2019, you know what I mean? Alongside the other plugins they've been working on and has subsequently been released. It's very exciting. It's a very exciting prospect to know exactly what Baby Audio's got coming out next, you know what I mean? Because I know for sure whatever it is going to be good, you know, because they don't put out no substandard quality plugins at all. They just don't do it. And they hold their price. And, you know, in some instances, they do put on a sale. And they did on one occasion, and I simply had to buy the whole bundle. I bought the lot. So Baby Audio is going to be releasing a plugin on Tuesday. And no doubt, the whole of YouTube is going to be lit up with all of that. So, you know, I won't be the only one that'll be featuring it. A gazillion other music producers and YouTube influencers will be doing exactly the same. So moving to a plugin I simply had to buy. I had to buy this plugin because I just had to do it, you know, and it's two plugins from Sonox. One being the Oxford Evolution Native, which is basically a transient shaper, but it's a transient shaper that I don't really see much in other plugins. And the thing with Sonox, right, is that their plugins, it don't matter how long they were made, right, they still hold their price. Now, I bought two plugins the last few days, one being the Evolution Native, as I stated, and also the other one, which is Vox Doubler. Now, I know what you're going to say. There's plenty of vocal doubling plugins out there, and you can actually, you know, do it yourself with the stock plugins you basically have. But then after doing quite a bit of research on reading the specs and watching the plugins in action, it was a no-brainer. I just simply had to get it. Okay, they're on sale. The Vox Doubler is on sale for $29.95, so it's 30 quid. But if you go onto Sonox's website itself, it retails for 69 pounds. So it's a no-brainer. Going back to the Evolution Native, like I said, it does a little bit more than what the usual Transient Shaper plugin does. And I simply had to get it because it was on sale till like around May the 1st, which is only like around a week away. On sale, it is 70 pounds. But if you go onto Sonox's website, the Evolution costs 170 pounds. And like I said, with Oxford plugins, Sonox's plugins, they do hold their price. So when you see them on sale, you might just grab them quick time. And these two kind of makes up the trio of plugins from Sonox that I really, really like. And the one that's missing from that is called the Inflatable. It's a plugin that basically gives you perceived loudness. You can actually amp up the volume to give you that perceived volume, but it doesn't hit past the 0 threshold if you set it out that way. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the set of plugins that I bought from them. And I must say it's value for money, because if you put all of them together, weigh it all up, it will cost a pretty penny. So that goes without saying. So I think my gas supply is gonna have to wait for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Bills. You know what I mean? All I'm doing, I'm just paying their freaking shareholders. Their shareholders can wait right about now. I've got music to make, man. Anyway, moving on. A word from my sponsors. Anarchy Audio Works are proud to present their new line of 6 VST plugins available now. Vocalator Pro, Anarchy Comp, LFO Pro, Pulsar, Beef, and Duplex, in addition to the recently released Synth Essentials, all at a heavily discounted price. And as an extra incentive, further discounts have been added on top of the current discounts. By using the discount codes in the description box below, you will get a one-time only additional 20% off the sale price currently advertised. Not only that, but the huge discount bundle on offer where you can save £290 with the total Anarchy bundle. You can get all of their plugins and more for one crazy low price of £180. That's a huge saving of £290 from the original price of £470 if all plugins and samples were bought separately. That's not including the 20% discount you can get on top if you use my discount code at checkout. And there's more. If you join the Facebook AudioWorks family group, you can get 1 gigabyte of free samples. The AudioWorks family is a community for music producers, composers, musicians, and artists from all genres to gain and share knowledge, network, and discuss all things music creation, where you can find the best deals on VST plugins, sample libraries, software, studio equipment, musical instruments, and other helpful music production resources. In addition to that, there are also regular free giveaways and early access releases exclusive to the group members for sample packs, contact libraries, DAW templates, effects, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Check out anarchyaudioworks.com for their brand new selection of plugins and so much more besides. Anarchy Audio Works. Right, so the last thing I want to cover is one of the biggest news of the week, which is Arturia released the upgrade to their Pigments synth, which is now known as Pigments 3. Now the thing about Arturia, if anyone knows about Arturia, they do make solid plugins, solid instrument plugins. There's no shadow of a doubt. You know, their whole keyboard suite is second to none. Also, their effect bundles are absolutely exquisite. You know, some people are kind of sided towards, you know, the modern synths that are basically out there. But I think modern synths and classic sounding synths, they both have a place in the sphere of music production. So I'm all open to all of that. However, the prices can be a bit hefty, you know what I'm saying, if you want to get bundles of each of those. The great thing about Pigments 3 is that if you've already purchased a copy of Pigments prior, you can get the upgrade to Pigments 3 for free. If you haven't, you can get Pigments 3, I think at the introductory sale price of around $90 or 90 euros, I'm not sure. But I think personally that is a good introductory sale price, because once you've missed that offer, it's gonna go up, it's gonna shoot right up. Now with Pigments 3, what I describe it as like a modular synth that you can create your sounds if you have sound design in mind. They've also got some good out of the box sounds as well. Having said that, there's a nice healthy competition between Arturia, Pigments 3, Serum, and Vital, which is a free synth plugin as well. Vital has 3 payment plans. One is for free. I think you can get a payment plan for $25 and another for $80. But even with the free version of Vital, you can do a whole heap with that, you know what I mean? And it's really giving Serum a run for its money. But like I said, there is a place for all 3 of the plugins. Yeah, the plugin market right about now is a very healthy market. Depending on your skill level, depending on your budget, there's gonna be a plugin suitable for you. And yes, the argument is there that you can create good music with stock plugins as well. That goes without saying, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's nice to have a couple of other plugins that you really like and you really want to use and you want to learn how to use them in broadening your sound palette, as it were. And I think with all of these plugins that I've talked about, that I've mentioned, I think you're going to be well on your way into forging a decent enough path in your musical production journey. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, plugin news, which has basically replaced the original Weekend Producer episode I was going to bring to you, which I will bring to you at a future date. But I just wanted to kind of take it out of the lab and give you some plugin news as to what has piqued my interest and tickled my fancy, as it were. So with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for now. And as always, you don't know the coup. People, please abstain from all kind of foolishness. And until we link up in the next exciting episode installment of Lloyd Brown Music, people stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out of here. Magansky. Laters.
Weekend producer.